I had no doubt that year I'd win. I should have. I should have, but there she was in front of the microphone accepting an award clutched to her bosom.
Oh, I'd love to have seen more of that, because I want to see you.
She was talking about her alleged, well, and it was, war with Joan Crawford. And I said to her, and I was terrified, because I thought she might blow up at me, but was it true? Tell me about it. And she was magnificent. But she was the first interviewee as well I ever remember lighting a cigarette and smoking it in the studio on air.
Could you imagine?
And I was half of me was thinking, is this allowed on British television? And the other half's thinking, she's Betty Davis. Let
you
her do
don't tell
it.
Betty Davis, put your fag out. There's
And
no
also,
way.
it was brilliant. When she did it, she took about a minute of total silence to do it. You know, she reached into her handbag and she went, and she sort of, for a bit, and then she crinkled a bit of paper, and then she went... before she answered, and the silence must have lasted a minute, but it was poetry.
Oh, fantastic. Like you say, it doesn't get much bigger than that. But you covered so many things. Is there anything that really sticks out in your mind? It must be difficult, I know.
Well, I mean, interviewing Margaret Thatcher, I went to Downing Street to interview Margaret Thatcher about fashion.
Okay.
It was London Fashion Week, and she decided to throw the full weight of the government behind, British fashion. And so I was dispatched to her to interview her about London fashion. And I remember her point. The funny thing is, we'd set up our cameras and everything inside number 10, and she was nowhere to be seen. And there was this horrendous row going on in a room very close. And of course, it was during the peak of the miners' strike. And out she burst. She burst out of these double doors like a sort of bolt from a gun. Handbag and everything, sat down, and she said to me, "Dear, my dear, you're wearing shoulder pads. Do you think I should?"
How bizarre.
And I said, I don't know. She said, "Oh, you're young, you can get away with it," you know. And she was trying to be really, the soft Margaret Thatcher. She did a fantastic interview, appeared to know her stuff about fashion, then got up, went straight back in that room, and suddenly all the voices started again. And I just had this vision that it must be Arthur Scargill and a load of miners in there.
And she comes out to talk about fashion.
You know, she was
totally, absolutely. Great partnership you had with Nick. That was a cracking partnership. That was one of those things that just worked beautifully. I know sometimes they try to do that with people, but with you guys, it just worked, didn't it?
It was natural.
You liked each other.
Yeah.
You could see that. You respected and liked each other.
We absolutely love each other. I was texting him this morning because, you know, about Luton Town not being very well at the moment.
No.
And the first thing I thought of when I heard it was, "Oh, Nick, you must be feeling so upset," because, you know, he's such a Luton Town supporter.
He is.
Yeah, no, it was not a job coming in to work with Nick. It was just fun. It was brilliant fun. And Wincy, I mean, and Roland Rat. We were a heck of a...
Yeah, it was what a team, Roland Rat. Roland Rat was strange, because I remember watching that, because before... There's the Rat, there he is. In fact, I think he's coming in tomorrow.
We thought we were serious journalists, but one minute you were interviewing Arthur Scargill, and the next minute you're doing that.
But isn't that the joy of it, though?
See, Wincy didn't always dress up as a fairy.
No, but she liked to.
Yeah, funnily enough.
She quite enjoyed it. She did enjoy it.
Well, that was another thing, that breakfast television was the first. Nobody else had done it at the time. You could actually do a serious interview with Margaret Thatcher, Arthur Scargill, whoever, and then turn around and you could be talking pantomime with a rat.
Absolutely, absolutely.
But people loved that.
Yeah.
Why not? That's the way we all talk in our own homes.
Yeah, it was that sort of pioneer thing. Because I remember very well as well with you when you were pregnant, and that was not done on TV. I mean, now, you know, people wouldn't believe it now, but
Do you know,
then
that was the subject
that
of
was
the
a
Guardian
hoo-ha.
leader.
Yeah, it was
I've
a
still got that in a scrapbook somewhere, which say we have got to the point in this country where a woman such as Anne Diamond will happily sit on the sofa on breakfast television flaunting her pregnancy throughout the entire 9 months. Do you know, 25 years ago, if you were a woman and you were a broadcaster, or particularly an actress, I suppose, and you were pregnant, you took 9 months off.
Oh, it's bizarre,
it was not shown. Isn't this incredible? There was a Victorian attitude about it.
It's not that long ago, for goodness sake. It's not that long ago that this happened.
And just for sitting there, for having the audacity to sit on the breakfast television sofa and be pregnant, right up to the last moment almost.
Yes.
And several times. You know, it was seen as, I was called, people said I flaunted my pregnancy.
How crazy.
I wasn't flaunting it, I was just being.
But by doing that, you allowed people like Ulrika, people like me, because I was there too, 2 weeks beforehand, which was a bit of a mistake, but still.
Yeah, but
you know, that's what we did. We wouldn't have been able to do that had you not done it first.
Well, I certainly did pioneer that. There's no doubt about that. And I took an awful lot of flack for it as well.
It's crazy.
It was crazy, yeah.
But great times. I mean, TVM was an amazing place to work, wasn't it? It was an extraordinary place.
There was a golden age about it. Yeah.
It's a shame sometimes you're living through it and you don't appreciate it as much as you should. But looking back, it is incredible. Yeah. Well, it's great to see you. Thank you.
It's lovely to see.
So
and look
much
how well you've done keeping the tradition going. See?
Well, My mentor, my mentor.
A British institution, no less.
Thank you, Annie. We don't see enough of you. It's great to see you.
you.
Thank you
That's
very much
lovely.
indeed.